I'm recording this session. I have started recording. So what I am saying, dynamic weight, right? In Selenium, dynamic weight means we will be putting, like we have learned that there are two types of weight. One is implicit weight, another one is explicit weight. So how many types of weight we have learned? Two types, implicit weight and explicit weight. In implicit weight, right, we have learned that there is implicit weight. Like how do you put implicit weight? Driver dot manage dot weight dot implicitly weight, and then you put okay 5 second, 10 second. But I saw in some situation that implicit weight doesn't work in some cases. So that's why we are not going to use it. So we have used thread dot sleep 3000 milliseconds. So that means we have in line number 128, right? You could have used implicit weight like you have 148, right? Can you see line number 148? My WebDriver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait 5 time unit dot seconds. So you are asking okay wait 5 seconds, but that is what implicit wait. It is safe, but for some user I saw that implicit wait doesn't work. Okay, so that's why you have used in line number 133 you have used explicit. Yeah, if highlight doesn't work, I'll not be bothered. uh, Highlight may sometimes not work, but we'll take a look why it didn't work. But I'm not that. We will take a look at it by here. So that 128 we have a hard coded way, right? Thread.sleep. That thread.sleep is not a safe code. That's why, as you can see that in your method 126, right? You have a throws interrupted exception. Wherever you see it will throw an exception, that code is not safe. So that's why we do not encourage you to use that thread.sleep. So we cannot use thread.sleep, and then our implicit weight that is safe in line number 148, that is not working in some cases. So what we have to do, we have one alternative to write to make our safe code, to make the code safe, and also to make sure that our code will be working. We have to do a dynamic weight. Now that dynamic weight, right? That dynamic weight is very good and it is safe, right? But the way it works, the dynamic weight, you say okay wait up to 20 seconds or up to 30 seconds, then what will happen, it when you come to that particular place, the code will be waiting for up to 20 or 30 seconds. But if you get the particular object after 5 seconds, if you get the object after 5 seconds, then it will not be wasting another 25 seconds. You got it? What is dynamic weight? Okay. Now to do that dynamic weight, what you will have to do is basically you will have to create a WebDriver weight object. So um, we are going to create a WebDriver weight object in a way so that you will be creating one object and you will be able to use that object in all across all of your methods. Does it make sense? What we are going to do, we are going to create an object, weight object, in a central place, and then we are going to use it in every method. Wherever I need to use it, I'll be using it. Does it make sense? So can you see in line number 13, you have declared an object. So here you are going to declare a WebDriver weight object. So what you do, WebDriver weight, WebDriver WEB, WebDriver D uppercase, WebDriver, and W uppercase weight, and space. No, put a space, and put space, and then put weight object. Put any name, but I'll prefer weight object. And remember that when you name object, it will be lower camel case. It will start with a lowercase letter. Weight object, and then equal to, and then here you will be declaring that WebDriver weight object how new, and then WebDriver weight. Mhm. Actually, Javed, let's do this. Let's do this. Do not define it here. Do not define it here. Just because we cannot define it here. I'll tell you why we cannot define it here. Just put line number 15 after WT object, put a semicolon. Actually, actually, hold on. Try to do that. Try to do that. Put equal to a new WebDriver. Put equal to, go back. If you press Ctrl Z, it will going. It will be going back. Yeah. Now, now, when you do that, what you will have to do, you will have to, in that, no, the way you declare it, right? You have to, how do you declare object? You have to put that WebDriver weight new. After new, you have to put that WebDriver weight. Mhm. And then inside the parentheses, you'll have to put your WebDriver. Do you have a WebDriver at this point? Here you do not have a WebDriver. Is that correct? Okay. If you do not have a WebDriver, but can you check where you have a WebDriver? Can you see in after line number 19? Can you see in line number 19 you have a WebDriver? You have a Chrome driver assigned, right? So you can do the declaration in line number 15, and then what you do, can you see from WT obj to the semicolon, copy that whole thing in line number 15, in line number 15 from WT obj, copy that whole thing from there. Yeah, no, not the whole thing, from WT obj. Mhm. Yeah, copy this, and then you just keep up to WT obj in line number 15. Yeah, this part. Keep only up to WT obj. No, 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 no. No. Keep that word. So over there, just keep the declaration. Declaration means WebDriver weight WT obj up to that, and remove the thing that from the end. Remove it. Yeah, remove it, and after WT obj put a semicolon. Mhm. And then can you see in the left hand side there is a error message? Double click on that error message, and yeah, bring it, import. Okay, and then in line number 20 press enter. After line number 20, yeah, press enter, paste it here whatever you have copied from there. Now you are, so here inside the parenthesis you will have to put your WebDriver. What is the name of your WebDriver? Now what is the name of your WebDriver? My WD. Put the my WD out there, and then you put the my WD and put comma. Uh-huh. And how many seconds you want to wait? Let's say you want to wait up to 20 seconds. Put 20. Okay. Now, do you understand why I have declared that weight object in line number 16, and then why I have assigned value in line number 21? Do you understand this? Or I can, if anyone has understand, can you explain? You didn't understand the purpose. What is the purpose of making WT object? Okay, first explain why. Why- I'm going to explain that. Can you explain why we have defined that? How we have defined that? Why we define it in that way? Mhm. Okay, okay, got it. Now you tell me in line number 14 we have declared the WebDriver, my WebDriver, right? We have declared the WebDriver and you have assigned value to that WebDriver in what line number? 20. Why we have declared it in line number 14 and assigned value in line number 20? We want to use that WebDriver, my WebDriver in every method. Can you see? We have used that my WebDriver in every method, right? If you do not declare it over there, you cannot use it. If you want, like this is a global variable. If you declare anything after the class name that is not inside a method, these are global variables, okay? And that's why if you we have declared that WebDriver in global area so that we can use it in all methods. You got it? Now why I have to assign value inside a method? Can you see in line number 20 I have assigned Chrome driver to that variable? Why? Because to assign Chrome driver, first of all we have to write line number 19. Is that correct? Without writing that line number 19, you cannot assign Chrome driver to my web driver. And that line number 19, you cannot write it outside of method. It must have to be inside a method. That system.set property, if you try to write it outside of method, you will not be able to do that. It will throw an error. That's why we put it in before test and then we have written it. Now that wait object as well, we are going to use it wherever we have a wait statement, Nahid bhai, we are going to use that. Instead of that wait statement, we are going to use that wait object. But for that wait object, we need yeah, just to make wait, but to declare that object, we need the web driver. We cannot declare that. We cannot assign value to that wait object without the web driver. So that's why first we sorted out the web driver thing in line number 20, and then we use that my web driver for the wait object in line number 21. Does it make sense? It's a 20 second. It is a 20 second. Now we are going to use that. Okay. Now if you take a look in line number 30, you have a 5 second wait, right? 30. Now we are going to replace that, comment that out, okay? And then after line number 30, press enter and then type your wait object wtobj until you, yeah, double click until, and then you write expected conditions, yeah, expected uppercase, E uppercase, and conditions C uppercase, expected conditions, yeah, no, only E uppercase and then conditions C uppercase. Mhm. XEC, expected. First you write expected, XEXPECTED, expected. No, only E uppercase. Expected. Mhm. Conditions C, conditions, expected conditions. Okay, S put S, dot, no, expected conditions, there is a s at the end, s not uppercase. Expected conditions dot v, type visibility of element, visibility located by, yeah, that one, located by. Now what element you want to wait for? Here by dot, put by dot xpath. Now can you see your object is, your object is now, no, here just copy. Can you see in line number 34 you have by dot xpath? Copy that, whatever you see after by dot xpath, from by dot xpath copy that thing. Yeah, from here to the parenthesis, to the parenthesis. Yeah, first parenthesis. Yeah, copy that and put it. Yeah, can you see by dot xpath? Remove it and put it. Yeah, and then put a semicolon at the end. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are asking wait object dot until wait karo, until expected conditions. Can you see invisibility of element located by, instead of invisibility it will be visibility of element. Remove that in. Remove that in. Okay, so what will happen here, right? Can you see by dot xpath image id logo? So we are asking wait until you get that visibility of that image, right? Now the thing here, when we are asking wait until, that means until you get that object, keep waiting. Now what is that until amount? No, what is that until amount we defined in line number 22? 20 seconds. So if it gets the object in 2 seconds, will it be waiting 20 seconds? No. If it gets the object, if it doesn't get the object, let's say if the object comes within 21 seconds, will it be waiting another 1 second, or it will be waiting only up to 20 seconds? Up to 20 seconds. So that's why in this case, it is better you put up to 30 seconds, and then it will only use whatever it requires. If it gets the object in 1 second, it will not be wasting another 29 seconds. You got it? Okay. Now can you see line number 43? You have another weight. Can you put that weight? Can you replace it with the dynamic weight? Mhm. And देखो, you have a weight in number 43. Yeah, comment out that 43 and replace it with a dynamic weight. You copy the whole thing. You copy the whole thing. Is this the better way? Yeah. Even one or two element, that hard coded weight, your lead will not be supporting any hard coded weight in the code. He will not. Your lead will not support that hard coded weight. Yeah. So highlighted, you do not have to do anything. So you have waited. First of all, like if you want to highlight an object, you have to make sure that before you highlight, the object is visible, right? So that's why you put the wait time before even highlighting. Before you do anything, first make sure that the object is available, and then you highlight, or whatever you like to do, you do. Okay, then you have another weight. Find out where you have and replace it. Replace all the hard coded weight with the dynamic weight. From now on, I want to see like you use dynamic weight for every weight. Yep. Can you see there is a X path in line number 37? Put that. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sure, sure. Will do. Okay, so thread dot sleep, you have a thread dot sleep here, right? You do not, you cannot, in this particular case, you do not need it basically. You do not need it, and you can put, actually, you do not need that, you can comment out that one, 211. We don't have a specific element here, right? So that's why we cannot use the dynamic weight here. If we have to, you have to use the hard coded weight. Yeah, for dynamic weight, we always need a wave element. Throws, you do not need the throws, you can remove the throws, you can keep the curly bracket. Okay, and then if you scroll down, okay, run your code one more time, let me see how it goes. Is it failed? It didn't fail, right? Okay, go there. Yeah, there is a, I know there is a issue will be there. Go there, I'll tell you what is happening. Uh, so remember that frame, right? Go there. You are switching frame, go to that particular place. Now you are switching frame. Go to that frame part where you are switching to frame. Where? Okay. There is a problem here. When you put your weight object, and what are you waiting? Visibility. Okay. Tell me what are you waiting for? Yeah. Right. You cannot wait for the, until you are switching to that frame. You cannot wait, right? Okay. You got it. You understood, everyone? Okay. Run it one more time. Good, right? Now, regarding the dynamic weight, do you have any question? Does any of you have any question? And you saw that we have used 30-second wait time in so many places. But did it delete our code? Our code is not delayed because it is using only measured time. Whatever is required, it is using only the required time. Does it make sense? If within 30 seconds it doesn't get the element, then yeah, it's gonna skip this element. No, if it doesn't get the element within 30 seconds, then it will fail here. Okay, so it's not gonna skip. No, it will not skip. Yeah, definitely this one is a better option. So if I ask you guys, so how many different weight type we have in Selenium? Will you be able to explain now? Okay, what are the different kind of weights in Selenium? Wait there. There are two types of weight time, guys. There are two types of weight time. One is um, one is implicit weight, another one is explicit weight. Okay. Implicit weight is like you saw that driver.manage.timeouts implicitly wait and then you put 5 and time unit dot seconds, right? That one. This is implicit weight. But that implicit weight doesn't work in some cases and it is a hard coded weight. It will be, if you put 20 seconds, it will be waiting 20 seconds, no matter what. But the better way we have learned is the explicit weight. Remember that there will be interview question. What are the different types of weights in Selenium? So you will have to able to answer, okay, these are the two different types of weight, implicit weight and explicit weight. Implicit weight, we put hard coded second, we want to wait up to 5 seconds. We want to wait 10 seconds, 5 seconds, but whatever we put, no matter what, it will be waiting that many seconds. But in explicit weight, we create a wait object and then we say, okay, up to how long we want to wait for a particular object, and then if we say 20 second or 30 second, it will be waiting up to 20 or 30 seconds. If the object is available after 2 seconds, it will no longer be wasting any more time. Now you got what is implicit and explicit weight? Will you be able to answer this? Explicit weight, yeah. Okay, and there is another type of weight, thread.sleep. It is a implicit weight. It is actually not implicit weight, it is a hard coded weight. This code is, it will throw an exception and that's why we do not use that weight. What is the problem with thread.sleep? Can you explain? Yeah, it throws exception, and so it will throw exception, and because of the exception, right, because of the exception, it will it will not be safe. So that's why we do not use thread.sleep. Why we do not use thread.sleep? Because it will be throwing exception, and because of the exception, the code is not safe, and because of that we do not use that particular way. Does it make sense, everyone? Okay. Now, so is there any difficulties that you are facing to accomplish that example, like that what we did, right? um, is there any kind of issue to complete like this Salesforce code for you from your side? At this point, you all of you should be okay to get this done, right? But at this point, my expectation will be from all of you, before the next class, make sure that this example is done so that you can move over and make progress. Right. So let's say that when it is opening multiple page, right? Then in this particular case, you have to, if you want to close all of the pages, then basically what we will have to do is, if you go there, do you have a close method, Naved? Okay, so let's say that do you have a after method in your main class? Before method, you have a before method and you have a after method, right? And then object before test, after test. Okay, after method. Okay, so here if you write a after test and if you write a after method, or actually after test, keep that after test. And here in the after test, right, what is your web driver? Oh, hold on here. So in your after test, you will have to write a method out there for your. Can you see in your before test you have a before test method? You write a similar method out there inside your method class. Like, can you look at the before test method and write a similar method in your after test? Mhm. Okay, here uh, after method and my WebDriver dot close. You put a no, not here, not Naved. Go to your go to your method class. Go to your method class. Yeah. In the method class, create a method called close browser. Seems like Naved, in this basics you will have to improve, because if you do not improve the basic, remember that in the interview it will be difficult. No, no. If you okay, use yeah, use close. Mhm. Okay, and then call that close browser method. Remember that you have a after test method. Go go to your main method and yeah, and here in that after method or after test, you can you, no, no, not here. Can you see you have a after test? In the after test, yeah, call that method. Close browser, the last one. Yeah. Now you execute, and can you see after method? You can comment out that part. Mhm. Okay. Now run the whole thing. Yeah. Now that's fine. Run it. did it, it closed the other browser, but it didn't close the primary window. Is that correct? So what we are going to do, close it manually. Let's see like if we can do it easily without writing any additional code. If we cannot do it easily, then we'll write additional code. Now if you go to your close browser, go there, close browser. Instead of close, use remove close, and there is another method called quit. 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 Mhm. Run it one more time. Okay, now it closed all the browser instance. Is that correct? Nipa, can you see? Now, can you tell me what is the difference between close and quit?
Close only closes one browser,
Mm-hmm.
and quit closes all the browsers.
Mm-hmm. Quit basically closes the total browser process. Okay. All right. Sounds good, everyone. Is it? Are we okay with this? Okay. Very good. So, for the next class, expectation is this example will be totally done. Totally done, so that we can go for another thing. Now, before I let you go for another thing, can you, Naved, can you do me a favor? Can you open browser, Chrome browser, and then in your Chrome browser type ChroPath, ChroPath, type CHRO ChroPath PH. Mhm. Yeah, ChroPath, press enter. Can you see that the second one, chrome.google.com? Yeah, click on that, and then add to Chrome. Add extension. Can you see in the left hand side there is a, yeah, add extension. Okay, and then yeah, it's like Fiddler. Now let's do. Can you do F12, or if you click on settings, can you see the three dots? Yeah. No. Uh, no. Go to developer tools basically. More tools, more tools, more tools, and then can you see extend developer tools? Yeah. Now, can you, in the left hand side in your browser, can you go to salesforce.com? Yeah, in the browser, navigate to salesforce.com. So why do you type here? Why you do not directly type in the address bar? Yeah. Okay. Now, can you inspect on any element? Okay. Now, if you take a look, can you see that there is a, on the upper side, can you see sources, and there is a, yeah, click, there is a arrow, yeah, click on that. Oh, it is not here. Okay, let's do this. Close your browser and open it again. Yeah, close your browser, and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and open the browser again. Yeah, close your browser and then inspect. Mhm. And then click on that arrow. Let's see if we, not here. Can you see underneath there is a style, event listener, DOM breakpoints, properties. Can you see all the way down? There is a arrow. Yeah, click on this. Can you see ChroPath? Click on ChroPath. Yeah. Okay. Now here, let's say that products. What will be the XPath for that one? Can you write the XPath here? How do you write XPath? That products, right? So if you inspect that products again one more time, yeah, inspect that product. Actually, inspect that solution instead of product. Inspect solution. Inspect. Okay. Now for the solutions, what is the class? Can you see? What is the class? Solution is a, if you take a look, if you go one step up, right? If you go one more step up, one more step up, yeah. What is the class name? Nav item. What is the class name? What is the class? Li. What is the element name? Li. And class nav item, right? So when you write XPath, can you write XPath out there? Put double forward slash in that text box where you see in ChroPath. Put double forward slash, yeah. And then what is the object name? Li. Put Li and then put box bracket. No, box bracket, box bracket, third bracket, and put ending box bracket. Okay, inside there, if I ask you, okay, write okay, Li, and then hold on here, Li, hold on, Li, yeah, put at plus class class equal to single quotation nav dash item. No, you can copy that nav dot item. Double click on that nav dot item. No, 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 not this. Not, yeah, copy. Yeah. Okay. Now press enter. Mhm. Okay. How many elements can you see? What is happening here? Now this is for to clear your understanding. When you say okay, li at, first of all, what we have installed here? ChroPath. And in ChroPath, before you write your XPath, remember that if you write it in your code, if you want to make sure that it is working, you have to run your code. Is that correct? So before running, can you make sure if your code will be working? You cannot. And if you run your code, it takes time. You run it, it will open browser, it will execute all the pages, and then, right, it takes time. So before you write your code, you can make sure from ChroPath that your XPath is good. If your XPath is good, then you can verify the XPath and then put it in your code. Then for sure it will be working. Does it make sense? In different browser you have different options. In this ChroPath is a very good element in terms of that. Now can you see, if you use that class, right, and then can you see how many object we have here with that class name? So all of these 7 elements have same class name. All of these 7 elements have same class name. Does it make sense? So if you only have, let's say you have you are in a situation where you have only that class name, to identify the object, and you have no other way to identify the object. How will you identify this? Let's say if I ask you to uh, handle COVID-19, how will you handle that? You have only class name to identify object, and if you put that class name, it will identify all of the 7 objects. How will you do that? How will you do that? The question here, let's say that you are in a situation where you have these 7 or 8 elements. All of the elements have same class name. If you inspect about us, resources, events, every one of them have same class name, nav item. Now you do not have any other way to identify those objects. You need to select COVID-19. Now you have only class name. How will you identify the object in this case? No, I'm saying that you do not have any other way. Mhm. No idea? Okay, so there is a way. If you do not have any other way, there is a way to use index to identify object. To use index, let's say you want to identify COVID-19. What is the index of that element? Index start from 1, in this case 1 to the COVID-19 is the 7th index. So it will be 7. So what you do, whatever XPath you have written, put a parenthesis around it. So put a parenthesis around the XPath, the whole XPath. Around whatever, go to the text box. Yeah, put a parenthesis mean first bracket outside of it. No. Like enclose that element in a parenthesis. And put 1, and then put a, now you put a box bracket after that. Mhm. And then put, you want to identify the 7th item, put 7 in the box bracket. Yeah, and press enter. Now can you see it's highlighted, right? Now copy the whole thing, and then go to your code. So first of all, you come to this page, right? So can you write a method here? Let's say write a method to identify COVID-19. In the method class, write another method, public void, and let's say identify COVID-19. Remember that this I told you many times, it is lower camel case when you write method name. COVID-19, yeah. And then, okay, and then highlight it, just highlight that object. No, it depends on where you are calling, it doesn't matter. It depends on where you call it. Okay, so HLD object dot, yeah. No, HLD object dot not my web driver, HLD object dot highlighter. Mhm. And then you have your web driver. What is your web driver? py.xpath and paste it here. Remember XPath you have to put it in double quotation.
I basically remove one big.
No, you will not remove anything. Whatever you have, put double quotation around it.
How many here? One. I put one over here. And the end put one.
Yeah, put a double quotation and put it in. Okay. Now, what do you do? Call that COVID-19 before you switch, right?
Switch, yes.
Even like when you load the page, verify logo. No problem. Run it one more time. COVID-19. COVID-19. What is the? Hold on. Let me see. Method object. COVID-19. Okay, let's see. Can you put your cursor on it? Let me see what is the error. Okay, go there. Let me see like COVID-19. If the method name is same, now go there in your method class. COVID public void COVID-19. Okay, save it, save everything, and let's see what you got up there. Okay, run it. Okay, so there is a failure here. Okay, let's see what is the, so verify logo, right? Click on login link. You have to, even if when you click on login link, basically that page is gone. So what you have to do, you have to, before you click on login link, you have to highlight the COVID-19. After thread.sleep, you have to, can you see number 56 after, yeah, okay, yeah, now you run it one more time. So can you see like how you can verify XPath by using ChroPath and put it here? And you have learned how to use index as well. Like when you have so many elements with the same attribute and you have to identify a particular element, you have learned how to do that, right? Okay. So for every one of you, you have to improve the basics. Without the basics, it will be difficult to get through the interview. What I would like to get from you, I will be sending 2 more videos that will give you more Java basics. For this week, today, whatever we did today, you practice, you complete up to this, and please watch this video. I'm going to send this 2 video. I'm going to send today's recording videos by the end of today. Please make sure that you practice and come prepared for our next session. I have sent 7 interview questions as well. I'll be getting your answer in the next class, like how you can talk about these interview questions. And on, so what are the thing that I'm expecting from you for the next class? Can anyone repeat please? Yeah, I want to hear like if you have understood what is the expectation for next week. Guys, can you explain if you have understood what is the expectation for next week? Whole project, and then
We complete the interview question.
yeah, and on top of that I'll be sending 2 videos. watch the two video and whatever code I have practiced there, please practice it.
My question ছিল about the ending questions.
Go ahead.
এই দেশ আসলে
Let me stop this recording. Give me 1 second.